Hey, chosen ones, how are you guys doing? I have missed you guys so much. I know it's been a few days. I have been super busy and I've got so many videos to record. It's unbelievable. But today I was like, no matter what happens, I'm going to record one. So here I am today. Now, guys, we are almost at 1,000 subscribers, and I'm so grateful to every single one of you. I am so grateful to have you on my channel, to have your support, to have your comments. I'm just so grateful, and that's the only word I can really use right now. Now, when I reach 1,000 subscribers, let me know what you think I should do. I could do a live, I could do a series, but what I'll actually do is put a poll. So I will post a poll in a few days and then do vote and let me know what I should do when we get to 1,000 subscribers. Suggestions are also welcome. So I will be looking out for those as well. Now, chosen ones, today I'm here to talk about how you know when your vibration is high, basically. These are all my points. And these are all from experience. And it's wonderful because a lot of these things I've experienced recently. So let me know if you resonate with any of these points. And yeah, so let's go. I've noted them on my phone. So I'm going to be looking down and reading them. So the first one is that, chosen ones, you know when you're high vibe when people can't trigger you anymore. Right? And it's funny because I say people can't trigger you, but in a way, people can still trigger you. But the majority of people cannot trigger you, okay? And let me explain to you what I mean. The other day, I was in my car and just driving happily. I was singing to some music as well. So here's me in my car, singing along, happy, high energy, excited, feeling blessed. And I got to this road. There were clearly two lanes, okay? Now, the person to my left decided to straddle two lanes. So then I just kind of like went around him and went into one of the lanes because there was a space ahead, but he had straddled. I think he was going to go into the left lane. So he had straddled. So I kind of went around him and went into the right lane, and there were still cars in the left lane. Okay. So as I'm sitting there singing along, minding my business, now the left lane started moving. This person literally like sped up to me and then parked just in front of my car, right? And gave me this look. It was like, I don't know what he was saying, but he was pointing and saying something. And it was almost like I was watching a movie or something, because I just kind of like looked at him. And as I was looking, I was singing, right? So I'm there singing along. This guy quickly speeds past me and parks just in front of my car. And so I look at him like, what's going on? Like, what are you doing? And I'm still singing along, looking at him. And then he looked and he was like, da, 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 da. And I think when he realized that I didn't actually understand what he was saying and what he had done, he just kind of like turned away and he was smoking a cigarette, you know. But it was so funny that I was not going to get brought into his world. No way. He may have been stressed. He may have been going through so much. And I didn't want to add any fuel to that, but I didn't want to be a part of it. Okay. And so when the lights changed for the right-hand lane, I let him go because I was like, I'm not going to let you dump your rubbish onto me. It's not going to happen. I am having a lovely time in my car, in my space, singing my music. And I will not allow anybody to disturb that. And so it's interesting how I saw it like a movie. I didn't see myself part of his behavior, part of his actions. And I didn't get triggered to respond or to react. That's the word. I just kind of like kept my cool, kept calm, and he kind of like just looked away. It was really weird. But that's the thing, chosen ones. When you're high vibe, you don't take on people's negativity and you don't allow people to dump their emotions and their rubbish on you. So that's my point number one. So point number two is that you can see through people faster. And I love this now because it really helps me navigate with who I choose to deal with. Okay. I think one of the things is that when I meet people for the first time, I can feel their energy. I can feel their intentions. And so recently I met somebody, and firstly, when I'm unsure about their energy and their intentions, I pay more attention. And randomly, the person sent me like a DM, and the tone was off and I didn't like it, you know. And it just made me realize that I was right. My initial feelings about this person was right. And so what do? You kind of take a step back. I will remove my energy from anybody that I feel is going to unsettle my peace. Anybody that is going to make me feel uncomfortable, unhappy, it's going to try and bring my vibration down. I will just do that because I have a right to do that. So do you. And so when you sense somebody does not have the best intentions, or they're trying to drain your energy, or their energy's off, remove yourself. It's as simple as that. Because we don't have to be in spaces or with people who just don't resonate with us. It's as simple as that. So point number 3 is that people will try and bring you down. When people are uncomfortable with how you are succeeding or how well you're doing, they will make little comments, or they will do little things to try and bring your vibe down, or to try and make you feel you're not good enough. And that's because of their insecurities, whatever issues they're going through, and that's okay. But the ultimate thing is when you know who you are, when you know whose you are, and when you know like that you are who you are, nobody can tell you any different. Nobody can try and bring you down. Nobody can make snide comments that will bring your vibration down, because it is not true. It is fake. It is a way to kind of bring you down to their level, and it's obviously because of their insecurities. So the beautiful thing about it is that when people try and dig at you or say something horrible, or try and make you feel stupid or whatever it is, know that it's not coming from you, it's coming from them. And so all you have to do is just let it go. Let it go. Don't hold on to it. Don't try and react. Don't get upset. Don't be rude back. Don't do any of that. Just live your life and continue to focus on you. Continue to grow. Continue to push yourself, because that's all you need. And when they realize that their comments and their behavior cannot affect you, guess what will happen? They will leave you alone, right? And that's all we want. We want people to leave us alone so we can be peaceful. And so we can continue to live in our purpose and do everything we're supposed to do, and uplift those who we need to uplift, and support those who we need to support, and live the lives of our dreams. We don't need people who are going to affect us negatively, okay? The next thing is that people will try and compete with you without you even knowing. And it all comes down to this point of like being jealous and then trying to prove that they are good enough or they can do better. Oh, it's so bizarre. So this happened to me quite recently, where somebody gave me praise, the other person didn't like it, and the other person came at me in a weird way. Okay. And again, I just responded with love, and that was it. And the beautiful thing about it is that when people keep trying, and they realize that they can't break the seal, they can't break the protection that you have over you, they can't break the covering, they cannot take God's hands off you, because when God's hands on you, they cannot do anything about it. They will leave you alone. And what I always do as well is I pray that God will protect me and that God will just deal with these people on my behalf, because at the end of the day, you don't need to try and react to people. You know, there's something called karma, and karma will deal with that, okay? And so a lot of the time, people will do things and they will not get away with it. They might think they've gotten away with it, but they won't, you see? And so always be pure, always keep your heart pure, always move with love. I always say this. But the other thing is, I think that the other time someone mentioned, oh, you've got to stand up for yourself. Absolutely. Where you need to stand up for yourself, do that. But in most cases, you don't need to, because God will do that for you. Just live your life and be in love, and recognize that we have a lot of like people who are not damaged, should I say, but a lot of people who have trauma and who are trying to deal with it in the best way that they can, okay? And none of us are perfect, and so you adding fuel to fire does not make the situation better. Rather, if you act with love, the person might reflect on their behavior and just change because of that. Who knows how God is going to touch their hearts or how God is going to transform them? It's not your job. And so yeah, it's very interesting that people will compete with you and try and do things like you, and it's sad, because we are not in this world to compete. Every single one of us is unique, and every single one of us has our gifts. So it really does make me think, why do people do it? But I do understand why they do it as well. So my next point is that you can always tell when people or situations will drain your energy. Soon as you are interacting with people, you will feel your energy. You will know how you're feeling. You will feel like you're being drained. Likewise, in a situation, if you're working in a particular company, if you're working with a particular client, you will instantly know when your energy is being drained because you will feel it. Okay. And then you will act appropriately, because at the end of the day, we have to protect our energy. We have to protect our life's force. We have to protect ourselves, because where we are right now, we are supposed to be moving forward, and God has given us the ability to live out our life and live in our purpose and all of that. And if you're stopping on the way to kind of throw rocks at every dog that barks at you, you will not get there. Okay. And our time is limited, and our lives are limited, and so we don't have time to be stopping to deal with those little dogs that are barking. Keep moving forward, and where you feel like your energy is being drained, figure out how it can stop being drained. Okay. The next point is that you can sense people's vibration and whether to stay or run. Sorry, that really made me laugh. And it's true. Like I told you about this person that I met and I interacted with. Straight away, I knew that, nah, energy vampire. No, not for me. And so this is a really powerful thing that we have, because it allows you to navigate. And I've always said this, like, chosen ones can read people. We can see right through people. But when you're high vibe, you can see it and feel it instantly. And you will know whether to proceed or to run. Okay. And the last point here is that you are not afraid of people and what people think. Okay, that's another thing. Whereas before you were afraid to let your light shine, afraid to be who you are in your amazing ability, in your light. I mean, the energy that you give, the power that you hold, the incredible human being that God has created and put greatness inside of. You were afraid to let other people see that, because when people see that, they either hate it or they would admire it. Some people just want to take it. Okay. But now we're not afraid. We are moving forward in our greatest light. Okay. Let me know if you're with me, regardless of what people try, because people are not who we should fear. God is who we should fear. Okay. The devil is not who we should fear, because we know the power we hold above the devil. Okay. And so these people mean nothing to us anymore. And there's no fear there. We will continue to move forward. And when they try and bring their rubbish into our lives, we deal with it accordingly. So as I said, we are not afraid of people or what they think. Who cares? Like I came across something that when you die, people will think about you for a few months, unless you're like a really, really close relative, like your mom, your dad, blah, blah, blah. And they'll forget about you, or your Facebook friends, or your Instagram friends, or your whatever, TikTok followers. They will forget about you after a certain period of time. So why would you put them before your purpose? It doesn't make sense. So at this point in time, people are not to be feared. And they shouldn't have never been feared, but a lot of us are afraid of what people think. Oh, I'm going to change my career. I'm going to do this. Oh, I wonder what they'll say. Who cares what they say? Whatever, God is the only one that you should care about right now. Okay. And everything that we do, we have to do it in accordance to God's purpose. And we have to recognize that, it has to be done right. We can't cut corners. We can't cheat people and all those kind of things. Okay. So whatever you plan to do in your life, you will be able to do it in the mighty name of Jesus. Whatever direction you're going in and you feel unsure of, just continue to ask God for guidance. Continue to ask God to show you the path, and he will absolutely do that, chosen ones. And so this is where I'm going to end my video. I've got another video to record, but I will do that as soon as I can. Okay. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you could relate to some of the points. And if you did, definitely comment below and let me know which ones related, which ones you resonated with the most. And I would say that in this time and in this age, we do not have time to fear anybody but God. Move forward in your greatness, chosen one. Okay. And I want you to achieve as much as you can. I want you to move forward as much as you can. And I believe in you, chosen one. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.